FTLF podcast, guys. Today is a new series, a new day, Christmas Eve, and as you can see, wrapping our Santa hats. Let's get straight into it. First of all, welcome to a new video. We're gonna jump into the Manchester City versus Arsenal review. We've got one of our members here, Manzar. Welcome
Hello.
to FTLF, and you guys have seen him in previous videos. I'm gonna jump straight into it, guys. 4-1 to Manchester City at the Emirates Stadium. Once again, another huge loss. Not surprising, innit?
Very not surprising. For me, honestly, Arsenal were very poor in this. They had one very lucky goal in 31st minute by Lacazette, in all honesty. I feel like City absolutely dominated in terms of possession, in terms of shot, in terms of every single category. City was the superior team.
You are absolutely right, because shots, City 13, while Arsenal have only had 6 shots. And out of those 6, 2 were on target, while City had 7 on target. 57% possession.
Oh no, this time actually City played with a very...
But I need to bring this up, but don't City usually play with a lot of possession though, any game they play?
See, basically City knew that Arsenal's defense was weak, so they pressed. They pressed and it worked. Zinchenko, he pressed, Kolasinac took the ball from him, crossed, Gabriel scored in 3 minutes.
See, here's the thing I don't understand, man. Like, Arteta, okay, if you compare, I watched the game myself, and if you compare the two teams, the only change that Guardiola made, like other than the rest of the players, most of the players I've seen that started have been getting a lot of game time in the Premier League. While in regards, I know it's the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, but the only change was just the goalkeeper. Zach Steffen came in. But Arsenal, on the other hand, it just shows the quality of that team is just atrocious. You know, there have been fans who've been Arsenal fans, of course. Samuel would know. There have been fans who've been criticizing Arteta for not starting the right team, and then they look forward to the team that they started against, Manchester City, which is somewhat their second team, and most of the players that the fans demanded for them to play during the Premier League. There was no difference. It just showed that they've got no squad depth.
For me, I knew that this was going to be a City win the moment Lacazette was named the captain. For me, there was absolutely no
reason.
reason.
You cannot get carried away. The Lacazette had a very decent game, if I'm being honest with you. Other than the goal, I think he didn't have many mistakes that he really exposed.
No, that is true. My point is, if you're not going to start big players like Leno, you're not going to start big players like Gabriel, you're not going to start big players like...
Gabriel played.
So not Gabriel, Aubameyang.
Aubameyang was injured.
Aubameyang was injured, so I think that these two missing renditions have played a huge part in the loss.
But the good news for Arsenal was Martinelli came in. I think he was the big miss for these past few months. An extraordinary young talent. I'm sure he's going to be a big.
But that's the thing. Martinelli is
Arsenal.
only 19 years old. Yeah. Why are you putting this much of a weight? You know, this is Arsenal's whole season on Martinelli's
It's good
shoulders.
that you brought that up, because when I watched the review, of course, most of you know AFTV. I only watch them for the banter because they're too funny when Arsenal lose. They wanted to see Martinelli start for Chelsea. Of course, that's a bigger game on Saturday because it is the Premier League on Boxing Day. But look what happened. He got injured because of a Zach Steffen challenge, which was actually a pretty good challenge in my opinion. But I want to ask you this before we jump into anything. Do you think the most lethal and important players have to play in Carabao Cups? Because many managers like to rest most of the players to rest them for the Premier League, which is much more important. Do you think it was good for Arteta to start Martinelli?
For me, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup need to merge as soon as possible. Reason being, our players just don't have the physical capacity to play 4 competitions in one calendar year.
It's not just City, many clubs.
Especially
this season.
You know, especially a club like Chelsea, a club like City, a club like United who play the Champions League, who play the Europa League. If these players play the Europa League, Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup and the Premier League all in one annual sitting, it really takes a toll on its players. So for me, I'm not dissing the Carabao Cup. I'm not dissing the FA Cup. I think league cups are necessary. You know, every single country has their own league cup. You know, the FA Cup is the longest running competition in football history. That being said, I feel like either Carabao Cup needs to be abolished or the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup needs to combine and allow players to a bit more rest.
I mean, you've got a fair point there. But with that being said, we move on to analyzing Manchester City. I just want to get, you being a Manchester City fan, Of course, Arsenal are not going through the best season of their lives. Other than that, how do you think that you guys performed in that game?
I think one thing City really perfected really well from last season's weakness is our defense. I think the signing
How many goals did you leak in last season?
Last season we conceded a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Like our last season.
I mean, even Chelsea weren't the best. We conceded 56 goals in like 33 games. So.
No, but for me, City played really well defensively this season in general. After that 5-2 defeat from Leicester, City have kept 6 consecutive clean sheets, and that got ruined.
Ruben Diaz has made a huge pivotal role in that back line. I think you haven't seen that solidity since Cavani. I mean, Company, right?
Yeah.
Company. But yeah, I think City are going places. Of course, they're sitting where? You're sitting in the table.
Right now, we're sitting 8th with a game in hand. And if we win our game in hand, we move to 3rd.
Yep. Next fixture, Newcastle.
Newcastle at home.
At the Etihad. So it's going to be a good game. But Manzar, I know Samuel, if you all don't know, is another member with FTLF. He's not here with us, but stay tuned on the 26th. We're going to have a watch along for the Arsenal-Chelsea game. I'm going to be there. Musa, who's not with us right now, but behind the camera, is going to be there too. So I just let's just analyze Arsenal, man. Like, since Samuel isn't here, we just need to talk about that team. There's just so many things that are going wrong in that team, not just in matches, but even inside the dressing room and inside the club. They've got loads of problems.
See, the problem with Arsenal
most
is
of
that
the players aren't even talking to the manager. David Luiz isn't in good contact with Arteta. I think Ceballos also had something with him. So there's a lot of problems in that team.
One thing I see about Arsenal is that they have no money in the squad. These players are tied to huge wages. Lacazette is tied till 2022. Ozil is tied till the end of the year at 350k a week. David Luiz is tied till 2022. Willian is tied till 2022. They're
all in big contracts.
Yeah, all on huge contracts. There's no feasible assets in the squad that you could sell. And Arsenal's hierarchy isn't willing to invest. The only signing this season has been Thomas Partey.
But look, think about this, okay? In their current form, even if they were to invest, who are they going to attract? Exactly. Who's going to come to a team that, where they stand right now, definitely not fighting for top 4, definitely not getting European Cup next season. They're not going to play any European competition. They're in the Europa League right now. I don't know. Let's see how long they're going to be in it.
They're facing Benfica, so I don't put my hopes high on them.
No, they're not. They're not going to go through. They're just not going to go through.
So for me, I feel like Arsenal...
This is the first time in their history they're sitting 15th. They're 15th, Manzar. They're fucking 15th, man. But just 4 points of relegation. But yeah, no, go on.
One thing I'd like to say is that they're honestly reaping what they sow. 100%. They sacked Arsene Wenger. They bought an Emery with a plan. They were not content with top 6. They were not content with top 4. That's why they sacked Arsene Wenger. And now, because they disrespected such a huge legend, I still remember to this day the amount of disrespect Arsene Wenger had on his name when he left the club. The amount of people screaming at his face saying...
Probably the same thing in it. It's going to the same problem again.
Exactly.
It's what they're going through right now.
They're going through worse. Arsene Wenger, he provided top 4 for 20 consecutive years.
He's a successful manager. His time came. But it's the same problem again and again. You cannot blame Arsene Wenger.
I'm not blaming Arsene Wenger. I'm just saying they're reaping what they sow. They went with Emery. Emery didn't work. They went with Arteta. Arteta is currently not working. I like to put credit where credit's due. He did win the FA Cup with this bunch of players. That being said, I feel like the recruitment this summer has been absolutely atrocious. I think Cedric was a very weird signing. I have no clue why Saliba isn't playing. I really don't. Saliba. I really don't.
Talking about Saliba, actually, he lost his parents a few months ago, so I think it's an effect of that. But again, man.
No, on top of that, they loaned out Guendouzi when their midfield options are Xhaka and El Neni.
I never liked Guendouzi as a player, but now they really need him.
They really need him.
Because that team, in every area of the field, other than the goalkeeper, Leno, and obviously Aubameyang, a world-class player, who's having his struggles too, which I don't blame him. They've got Saka, who's a young and upcoming player, who's going to be massive. There's just no quality in that team to really give the youngsters a boost and really show them that this is a winning mentality. I'm not boasting, but look at Chelsea right now, yeah? We've got we have a young squad. We've got the likes of Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, who knows what it takes to win games. They've both very experienced players. They've been part of. Thiago Silva has been part of
A winning
other
team.
clubs' history. Azpilicueta has been part of Chelsea's history in winning ways. So there's a lot of motivation and there's a lot of, we need to fight. We need to push ourselves on a different level. Obviously, having.
I actually agree with you. Arsenal have a lack of leadership.
There's no leadership in
There's
that
no
team,
leadership.
and that's what worries me the most. Aubameyang, great player. Has he won the Champions League? No, he hasn't.
No.
Has he won the league title in Dortmund? Has he? I don't know.
No.
But he hasn't won major trophies.
Mm-hmm.
He is a great player. People would look up to him. But then there's just,
For me,
there's something missing. There's a spark
one
missing at
thing
Arsenal.
that will always baffle me to this day, is that Ancelotti, Arteta,
Oh yeah, you should bring this up.
and they went for an inexperienced
And look where Everton's sitting right now.
a person who has never ever coached a major top Premier League side, a person whose qualifications are Guardiola's second-hand man, or the person who won not one, not two, but 3 Champions Leagues, 3.
Very successful
And-
manager.
and okay.
Won a league title won a double with Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
AC Milan
Mhm.
won a league title. Real Madrid won the Champions League
Mhm.
and a league title.
Mhm.
Went to Napoli, had a good season there.
Mhm.
Bayern Munich won a league title. He's a world-class match. He wasn't even employed, you told me at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Why would
Well,
Arsenal
I-
not go for him?
It just baffles me. It really baffles me. I don't know what to say. For me, Ancelotti with the same, somewhere similar amount of resources, he bought in Alan, he bought in James, he bought in Doucouré, he bought in Godfrey. Why? Because of Ancelotti's name. And they bought all these players
Winning
for a
team.
whopping 65 million in total.
Top 4. They want to compete.
They're 4th right now.
Everton
They're 4th right
haven't
now.
won a trophy since the 19th century. They are, from here, a team that's mid-table come up
Into a top 6
into
contender.
a top 6 contender. And I'm saying this not because there are many teams. Southampton has really
Mhm.
surprised
Yeah,
us.
so-
That's one.
Aston
West Ham
Villa.
has been good.
Aston
But
Villa.
for Everton, I can see, let's be honest, Aston Villa, Southampton, all these teams are going to go down at some stage.
But I see
But
Everton.
in Everton, I can't see that happening
Mhm.
because they want to go somewhere. They're building a new team. They're building a new structure.
It just,
But
to this day, it's still, because imagine Alan, Doucouré, James Rodriguez,
and they're
Godfrey.
proving themselves. Alan has been splendid for Everton.
Amazing. So far, the best defensive midfield in the Premier League.
Alan, 100%.
So far. And
One
for me,
of-
James
one of-
Rodriguez
I still
is...
think Conte's up there.
Yeah, no, one of. and James Rodriguez is exactly what Arsenal need. They need a creative midfielder. That being said, they already...
I need to bring this up. Sorry, I need to break you. But Samuel and I discussed about this last night.
Mhm.
Chelsea, okay? Arteta wanted Willian.
Mhm.
Willian, 33 years old.
Mhm.
Almost finished, fam.
Mhm.
Finished,
Mhm.
almost, yeah?
Mhm.
Callum Hudson-Odoi,
Mhm.
young and upcoming future.
Mhm.
Much better potential than Willian right now.
Mhm.
Didn't favour him. I'm not saying that we would have sold Callum Hudson-Odoi, but at least
See,
made a bid for such.
I really think that Hudson-Odoi would barf at that Arsenal offer because he has teams like Bayern Munich coming after him.
You see?
Why would you leave Chelsea for Arsenal?
I'm saying it because of playing time. Right now we've got lots of competition.
Maybe
with
on
Chelsea.
loan, I'd somewhat see that happening,
Yeah.
but for me, Arsenal genuinely need to look
No,
at
but what I'm
themselves.
trying to get to is, yeah, exactly. They need to look at themselves and understand that they're not fixing their team in right positions.
They're not Arsenal anymore. I'm
Arteta's-
sorry to say that.
Arteta's, bro, who's this keeper they bought, fam? I know we still hire Kepa, but we got Mendy who's been, but who is this flipping Gunnarsson or whatever his name is?
Gunnarsson. Okay, I'll be honest.
Yo, he's shit.
He was awful.
He's shit.
He was awful.
Bro, I would have saved that.
See, that
You would have saved that. Busa would have saved that.
That positioning for that free kick.
Bro, he didn't have to dive. He was in the
He
same
just- he
position,
just
yeah?
had to, yeah.
He was stiff. Mahrez curled it into him. Man didn't have to move. Man had butterfingers, bro.
Yeah.
He was holding like it's a fucking coconut, you know? Like this, not like this, like this. How do you concede such a goal?
Okay. Gunnarsson had a very bad game. But that being said,
But in his previous club, Dijon, he wasn't a starting keeper too, by the way. So I don't understand how would you get a keeper who's absolutely
another
shit.
thing that really baffles me is why would you let Emiliano Martinez go?
Oh
He's
my
been
God, this is a conversation we
amazing.
need to talk about
He's
another
been
time.
amazing.
Some of them rate Emilio Martinez higher than Leno in recent form, and I think he has the highest clean sheets in the Premier League right now.
Bro, look what he's doing with
And look what he's doing
Villa.
at Aston Villa. And
Exactly.
look where Aston Villa are. Look at
Exactly.
where Villa are.
You know, Martinez said a quote, and I quote from his words. I think Aston Villa are a step up from Arsenal. Everyone laughed at him. Everyone laughed at him. It's true. It's true. It genuinely is true. Arsenal.
Yo, I'm pissed for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
They're big rivals, but they are shit.
They're shit. They're shit.
And this is not acceptable, dude. This is not acceptable.
I think one question I'd ask you is, who is to blame?
The board.
But why?
The board. What is their
Okay,
investments?
okay. No.
In a long span. Manzar, let me explain.
Listen to me. Arteta has a team that is better than Burnley. Arteta has a team that is at least equal to Crystal.
Not an Arsenal fan, but Arteta out, dude.
See.
Arteta out.
For me, I'd say...
Because he is not making the right calls. Pepe had a shit game. Plays him again.
No, for me...
Willian's doing
Willian-
jack.
Oh,
He's got only one assist, man. One fucking assist. Zuma has more assists than the guy. Fucking Zuma, blood.
You know.
One assist.
I saw this really shocking.
We are
statistic.
14 games in.
No. There's a statistic here. Chelsea's defense has more goals
Than Arsenal's
attack.
What is going on? What's going on with that team?
I don't know what to say.
We need to move on.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, as I mentioned, 26th Boxing Day, right after Christmas. We're going to have an post-match interview with Samuel. I don't know if Manzar is going to be there, and I'm going to be there too. But we're going to move on. And a breaking news, guys. We are done with Manchester City and Arsenal. But today, Tomas Tuchel, who has served as manager of PSG for the past 3 years, have been sacked by the board.
And rumor has it, Fabrizio Romano, a very trusted source, stated that Pochettino is favored for the job. How do you feel about this?
Oh, great.
Great.
I'm happy because Poch deserves this
he does.
job, and we only have a minute left, but I want to say that Poch knows how to build a structured team to winning ways. He's been doing that for Tottenham Hotspur. Unfortunately, they haven't won the league. I hate saying it because I hate Tottenham, but unfortunately, they haven't won a league, but they've been a top 4 side for these past few years, which is why Chelsea fans consider Tottenham as a bigger out than Arsenal, because Arsenal hasn't been up
Who's
to
Arsenal?
Tottenham out.
Arsenal are not a top 6 club
They're
anymore.
not relevant, fam.
No, they're not relevant.
Relevant.
Let's not talk about them. For me, Poch deserves this. It's just
He deserves this job because he needs to show his skill and what he can do.
It's
as a
just
manager.
mouth-watering that he has Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria.
And he knows players to sign, bro.
Yeah,
he knows. Look at what he did with Lo Celso.
I feel like he's gonna bring Ndombele to PSG.
Tanguy Ndombele.
Yeah, I feel like he's
With
gonna.
Mourinho let him go because Ndombele is having.
See,
a good season.
Mourinho and Ndombele, they don't have a good relationship.
Dele Alli, he could bring him.
Ooh,
Forgot about that.
That's
And you know how Dele Alli performed with Pochettino.
That's a very good. That's a very interesting move. I'd love to see that happen. I'd love to see that happen.
That is more to talk about, guys. Well, this was a heated and a nice conversation we had with Manzar. Please look forward to more upcoming podcasts, and follow us on all our social media platforms. I'm not going to mention it because all the links are in the description. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Download it, and we are wishing you a Merry Christmas in advance, and thank you for watching. We're doing this for the love of football.
Peace.